Alright, got a flat on our new old mower and newly acquired mower, I guess what we say. But I'm gonna pull it off and see if we can't get it fixed. Yeah, we might even get a chance to use our new tire changer. Maybe not. Anyway, we can pull it off and see where it's leaking. Alright, this old tire don't look too good. It looks like it's weather rotted. Got some cuts and everything, so we may have to get a whole new tire and all, but first thing, let's air it up and see if we can find where it's leaking at. Alright, didn't take long. A little bitty tire. Now then, let's see if we can find out where it's leaking at. Well, not there. Not there. See nothing there. One more time. Nothing there. Alright, let's check the inside. Not that. I believe ain't nothing popping up bubbles. Check the inside. I don't see any leaks. You would see new bubbles if it were leaking. I don't see any new bubbles. Don't know where it was leaking, but it lost all its air over time. So it's leaking somewhere. But it's not around the rim. That may be a little small place right there where it's barely leaking. But I don't see, you should see a bubble, a big bubble, if it's leaking a lot. It's not leaking a lot. No big bubbles. Well, this one I'm going to put back on the mower because I don't see any leaks. About wore out, but I don't see any leaks. Well, sometimes you just can't find a leak. You just don't have one. It might not have had much air in it whenever I got it. But all that is just what I sprayed on it. All right. Well, that's how you find leaks, and there's no leak. So it must have just had a really slow leak, or it was just so low that it started leaking around the bead. I don't know. All right. Good news is this old mower has a place to grease these bearings. That's something that most of the newer ones don't have, especially the newer Craftsman. All right, let's go put it back on the mower and call this one fixed. All right, before I put this on, I just wanted to show you, this is the difference between an old Craftsman and a new Craftsman. That right there. It's a grease knuckle. I just greased it. When you see the grease coming out, and then it's got enough grease in it. And this one has a grease knuckle, and I greased it till it started coming out the front. You don't really have to grease these, because if you grease the wheel before you put get my grass out of the way. You don't have to grease the axle if you grease the wheel. But that's the difference between an old Craftsman and a new Craftsman. This is a really old Craftsman. It has bearings. The new ones have bushings, plastic bushings. I've replaced them on that old Craftsman over there 3 or 4 times. And it has grease knuckle fittings on the wheels and there. So it's got bearings instead of bushings. That's the main difference. Alright, we're going to try to run that mower, that tire there, and see if it goes down again. But I can't find a leak in that old tire, so we may end up having to put a tube in it or something. But anyhow, I guess that's it for now. And one last tip before I let you go. Keep a bottle of soapy water outside and a couple of jugs of water, 2 or 3 jugs of water. I use this one. I cut a hole in the top of this one and this one. And if you're outside and you got greasy hands, just spray your hands off, wash them off, and then you got hot water here sitting out in the sun that you can use to rinse your hands off with. And you don't use as much water. Let it get a little air, and it shoots way out there for a little bit, and you can rinse your hands off. and you use very, very little water. Just give it a little air every now and then. And that's how much water we use. So good hot water to wash your hands or wash anything with. But that helps if you got grandkids and you want them to wash their hands before they go get in the refrigerator. So. Or if you're like me and you got that grease all over your hands, that'll do it. Get you some soap and water. Hot soap, hot water. Alright, I guess that's it for now.